It's about offering you the opportunity to find out more, and I would say pick up the phone, have that conversation. It doesn't mean you have to take it the next step, but it's an opportunity to kind of have a gentle conversation about fostering and finding out some more.
I would need to know who else is in the house. I would need to know if you've got any pets or animals. I would need to know a little bit about you, about your health, any issues maybe in your past. We'd have to talk about some personal stuff. And then as I'm going down my checklist, and if you're ticking my boxes, I would then say, okay, this sounds like a home visit is on the cards. So I then get my diary out and arrange to come and have a chat with you and whoever else is in your family. Again, it's about answering questions. Don't think you're at the top of the mountain pushing a snowball down there. We can stop the process whenever. It's much more about being able to share information, because you need to know a lot about team, which we can't do just simply on a telephone call, and I need to know a lot about you as a family and an individual.
Once you actually apply to the agency, your application would be allocated to an administrator, so you would have one point of contact there, and then we would undertake all of the police checks and references, and that's the safeguarding element, to show that we've got people with the relevant skills and that they're the appropriate people to actually care for children. Following that, you would obviously come to panel, which is another element that admin support, and you would be welcomed into the building from the panel administrator, and they would make sure that you felt relaxed and able to come into the panel and answer the questions that are asked of you.
Well, we had an initial interview and someone came out and obviously asked lots of questions, checked the house was suitable and things like that, and checked things like finances, would you be viable and all that sort of thing. And it was fine, it was absolutely fine. So there was an initial interview and then there was a second interview. And after that, we went through the assessment process, which was quite rigorous. It made me think a lot about me and upbringing and family and how you parented your own children. So that was quite, that went into quite a lot of depth. But I think the thing that was, I had quite a peculiar relationship with me mum. So that sort of made me reflect on that an awful lot. So it was quite a rigorous process over about 8 months. It was quite thorough. I felt I learned quite a lot, yes. It did make me reflect on how I'd been parented and how I had parented my children as well, and the bits I'd taken from my childhood that I used and didn't use with them.
And so my message is pick up the telephone.